Sahieh Eal-Bukhari 921 narrated Abu Sayyid al-Khudri, one day the Prophet sat on the pulpit and we sat around him. Sahieh Eal-Bukhari 922 narrated Fatima bint al-Mundhir, Asma bint Abi Bakr as-Siddiq said, I went to Aisha and the people were offering salat. I asked her, what is wrong with the people? She pointed towards the sky with her head. I asked her, is there a sign? Aisha nodded with her head meaning yes. Asma added, Allah's Messenger prolonged the salat to such an extent that I fainted. There was a water skin by my side and I opened it and poured some water on my head. When Allah's Messenger finished salat, and the solar eclipse had cleared, the Prophet addressed the people and praised Allah as he deserves and said, Ahmadu. Asma further said, some Ansari women started talking, so I turned to them in order to make them quiet. I asked Aisha what the Prophet had said. Aisha said, he said, I have seen things at this place of mine which were never shown to me before. I have seen even paradise and hell. And, no doubt it has been revealed to me that you, people, will be put in trial in your graves like or nearly like the trial of Masih ad-Dajjal. The angels will come to every one of you and ask him, what do you know about this man, Prophet Muhammad? The faithful believer or firm believer, Hisham was in doubt which word the Prophet used, will say, he is Allah's messenger, and he is Muhammad, who came to us with clear evidences and guidance. So we believed him, accepted his teachings, and followed and trusted his teaching. Then the angels will tell him to sleep in peace, as they have come to know that he was a believer. But the hypocrite or doubtful person, Hisham is not sure as to which word the Prophet used, will be asked what he knew about this man, Prophet Muhammad. He will say, I do not know, but I heard the people saying something about him, so I said the same. Hisham added, Fatima told me that she remembered that narration completely by heart except that she said about the hypocrite or a doubtful person that he will be punished severely. Sahieh Eal-Bukhari 923 narrated Amr bint Ghalib, some property or something was brought to Allah's Messenger, and he distributed it. He gave to some men and ignored the others. Later he got the news of his being admonished by those whom he had ignored. So he glorified and praised Allah and said, Ahmadu. By Allah, I may give to a man and ignore another, although the one whom I ignore is more beloved to me than the one whom I give. But I give to some people as I feel that they have no patience and no contentment in their hearts, and I leave those who are patient and self-content with the goodness and wealth which Allah has put into their hearts, and Amr bint Ghalib is one of them. Amr added, by Allah, those words of Allah's apostle are more beloved to me than the best red camels. Sahieh Eal-Bukhari 924 narrated Aisha, once in the middle of the night Allah's Messenger, P.B.U.H. went out and prayed in the mosque and some men prayed with him. The next morning the people spoke about it and so more people gathered and prayed with him in the second night. They circulated the news in the morning, and so, on the third night the number of people increased greatly. Allah's Messenger, P.B.U.H. came out and they prayed behind him. On the fourth night the mosque was overwhelmed by the people till it could not accommodate them. Allah's Messenger came out only for the Fajr prayer, and when he finished the prayer, he faced the people and recited Tashahhud, I testify that none has the right to be worshipped but Allah, and that Muhammad is his apostle, and then said, Ahmadu. Verily your presence in the mosque at night was not hidden from me, but I was afraid that this prayer of Tahajjud, might be made compulsory and you might not be able to carry it out. Sahieh Eal-Bukhari 925 narrated Abu Humayd as-Sa'idi, one night Allah's Messenger, P.B.U.H. stood up after the prayer and recited Tashahhud and then praised Allah as he deserved and said, Ahmadu. Sahieh Eal-Bukhari 926 narrated Al-Miswar bin Makrama, once Allah's Messenger got up for delivering the khutbah and I heard him after Tashahhud saying Ahmadu. Sahieh Eal-Bukhari 927 narrated Ibn Abbas, once the Prophet ascended the pulpit and it was the last gathering in which he took part. He was covering his shoulder with a big cloak and binding his head with an oily bandage. He glorified and praised Allah and said, O people, come to me. So the people came and gathered around him and he then said, Ahmadu. From now onward the answer will decrease and other people will increase. So anybody who becomes a ruler of the followers of Muhammad and has the power to harm or benefit people, then he should accept the good from the benevolent amongst them, answer, and overlook the faults of their wrongdoers. Sahieh Eal-Bukhari 928 narrated Abdullah ibn Umar, the Prophet used to deliver 2 khutbahs and sit in between them. Sahieh Eal-Bukhari 929 narrated Abu Hurairah, the Prophet said, when it is a Friday, the angels stand at the gate of the mosque and keep on writing the names of the persons coming to the mosque in succession according to their arrivals. The example of the one who enters the mosque in the earliest hour is that of one offering a camel in sacrifice. The one coming next is like one offering a cow, and then a ram, and then a chicken, and then an egg respectively. When the Imam comes out for a Jamil prayer, they, that is angels, fold their papers and listen to the khutbah. Sahieh Eal-Bukhari 930 narrated Jabir bin Abdullah, a person entered the mosque while the Prophet was delivering the khutbah on a Friday. The Prophet said to him, "Have you prayed?" The man replied in the negative. The Prophet said, "Get up and pray 2 rakat."